From wherever you approach Đakovo, the first thing you'll notice will be the two towers and the dome of the famous Cathedral Basilica of St. Peter. The cathedral attracts many people to this town in eastern Croatia, whose population is only about 20,000. Apart from the cathedral, Đakovo offers other secrets too. One of them even attracted members of the British royal family on 2 occasions. So, stay tuned and find out why Queen Elizabeth II and Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, were inscribed on Đakovo's visitor list.
The Cathedral of St. Peter is certainly the most impressive building in Đakovo. A famous Croatian bishop, Josip Juraj Rosemere, was in charge for financing its construction. The cathedral was supposed to be built in 5 years only, but it took them 16 years to accomplish the goal. However, the works were finally completed in 1882.
Interesting that 7 million red bricks were used for the construction of the cathedral.
Once you enter the cathedral, the brightly colored frescoes will make you feel the spirit of the 19th century. Almost all the frescoes were the artwork of 2 German painters, Alexander Maximilian and Ludwig Zeitz, who were a father and a son. In their work, they followed the bishop's instructions and incorporated several interesting elements that supported his ideas of ecumenism. For instance, that's why the doors of the cathedral face the east, symbolizing the desire of coming closer to the Orthodox Christians. Similarly, the Adoration of the Kings fresco depicts the members of South Slavic tribes. If you have a closer look, you'll easily recognize the people from Croatia, Slavonia, Dalmatia, Bulgaria and Serbia in their traditional folk costumes. There is even an inscription in Arabic under one fresco, as a reference to the town's Ottoman period. Đakovo and its bishops have been intertwined since the 13th century, when the town became the seat of the diocese. However, it's the name of one bishop that stands out the most in the town's history.
This is Josip Juraj Rosemere, a famous Croatian bishop, politician and a benefactor. He constantly used the money obtained from his diocese to fund the construction of schools, public libraries, galleries and churches throughout Croatia, including the famous cathedral in Đakovo. His role even surpassed the territories of Croatia. That's why his monuments and streets named after him can be found as far as in Serbia, Bosnia, Czech Republic or even Bulgaria.
If you want to find out more about him, right next to the cathedral there is the memorial museum dedicated to the Bishop Strossmayer. Đakovo's main square was also named after the famous bishop, and you can stop there to relax in front of the bishop's palace or other buildings that still belong to the archdiocese. Anyway, there is another interesting sacral object that you should visit while in Đakovo.
The citizens of Đakovo call this church the Little Church, in contrast to the big church or the cathedral. In the Middle Ages, it functioned as a Roman Catholic church, but then it was converted into a mosque during the Ottoman period. However, after the Ottomans left, the mosque was converted into a Roman Catholic church again, but some Oriental motifs have been preserved. The most obvious ones are the dome, the windows and its interior decoration.
Once you're done with the sightseeing, I suggest that you try out local cuisine in one of the town's restaurants or simply sit for a cup of coffee. You'll notice that sipping coffee with friends is one of the favorite social activities in Đakovo, and the best place to do that is this street.
This is the main pedestrian zone, known among locals as Korzo. It was formed shortly after this town was liberated from the Ottoman Turks at the end of the 17th century. The historic documents recorded that only 13 Roman Catholic families remained in the town after the Ottomans left. They settled in this street, thus starting the development of the town as we know it today.
While you're still near Korzo, you can also stroll around the town's park, which was named after, guess whom? The Bishop Rosemere, of course. Or you can immediately head to the next big attraction, the National Stud Farm. You'll need just a 10-minute walk to get there from the town center. The stud farm of Đakovo is one of the oldest in Europe. It was established in 1506 and it is mostly recognized for their white lipizaners. Horses have long been an important part of tradition in eastern Croatia. Although their work has mostly been replaced by that of the machines, many locals still adore these beautiful animals. However, the 21st century brought some modern duties to them. Apart from their regular training program at the so-called stallion station, they need to entertain tourists occasionally, take care of their balanced diet, and they can even enjoy a solarium.
This is the largest indoor riding arena in Croatia, which offers horse shows several times a year.
The shows present the trainings and dressage of horses, and if you come with a larger group, you can even order a performance aside from the ones in the calendar. Anyway, if you would like to see a horse dancing to the rhythm or standing on 2 feet, you should book tickets for the winter Ball of Lipizaners. It takes place in the Advent period, and it's really magical. The Lipizaners from Đakovo have long been renowned, so it's no miracle that the British Queen Elizabeth II wanted to visit them during her diplomatic visit to Yugoslavia in 1972. 44 years later, British royal suite arrived to the National Stud Farm again. This time they accompanied Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall.
Right now I'm at Ivan Dvor, a farm located on the outskirts of Đakovo. This is where the National Stud Farm keeps breeding mares and their offspring.
Foals are kept there up to their 3rd year of life, when they move to the stallion station to undergo training. The horse stables and housing facilities at Ivan Dvor were built in 1912 by a local bishop. This location still offers relaxing tranquility, so it's worth a visit if you have a car. The National Stud Farm can be visited all year round, but once a year a famous folklore festival attracts lots of people to Đakovo. It takes place in the beginning of July, and its name is Đakovo Embroideries. Its culmination is the Sunday Street Parade. Part of the festival is also held on a stage in Rosemere Park, whereas other events take place all around the town. The festival mostly focuses on Croatian tradition, but there are always guests from abroad too. If you're not afraid of the cold, you can experience joyous moments in Đakovo even on December weekends. Apart from the splendid ball of Lipizaners, this is when the Advent Fair takes place. In conclusion, if you enjoy the atmosphere of friendly little towns where everyone seems to know each other by name, Đakovo could bring you some nice memories. No matter if you make only a day trip or stay longer, it's worth including this town into your itinerary of Eastern Croatia. In the end, let me give you two useful tips. The ball of Lipizaners gets sold out very quickly, so make sure you book the tickets early enough. Also, keep in mind that the cathedral is closed between noon and 3 p.m. Yes, this is how things function. Small towns stick to their own laid-back rhythm. So, take it easy and enjoy your trip.